Hey guys, Aiden here. So this is the next installment in this so-called Rehab section of the random videos. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a little bit on dexterity, specifically on the fingers. So, brought my props today. So when I deal with finger dexterity, my favorite exercise is just a simple pen manipulation exercise. Now, if you've fiddled with pens during school, you'll be very familiar with this, and this will be very easy for you. But if you're like me and you have stiff rock climber fingers with quite thick knuckles, then you find this quite hard. The reason I bring up dexterity in this prehab section is not to kind of push the agenda that an increased range of motion is better or worse for your joints. An increased range of motion in your joints does, depending on the range, decrease the stability. It's kind of this continuum of stability versus range of motion. But kind of having that range in your fingers allows your hand to do a little bit more on the wall and kind of have a little bit more options and kind of fool around with the holds you're grabbing a little bit more. Gives you a few more options. Having that little bit of extra space in your joints may or may not make them more healthy. It kind of depends on your family history, but it does promote a little bit more mobile joints. So, simple pen manipulation exercise. I still find this quite hard, even though I do this somewhat regularly. But the principle of this exercise is to kind of roll the pen over your fingers, one direction, so clockwise, and then you can actually keep on going clockwise as you go back towards your index. You'll also want to do it counterclockwise to kind of get both of those directions moving. So, a little bit of a demonstration. So, pretty tough for me still. The object of this exercise is to not use your thumb to kind of stabilize the pen, as I'm doing now. If your fingers are having trouble stabilizing the pen as it's moving, you may want to use your thumb a little bit to kind of make sure it's going in the right direction. Give them a little bit of a boost. Yeah, so still a little bit tricky. So if you have thicker fingers or thick knuckles, you'll find this exercise quite hard. If you have thinner fingers, or have a history of, say, playing piano or lots of instruments, or activities like that, you'll probably find this quite easy. If you find a simple exercise with a pen easy, instead of increasing the length of the pen, you want to increase the thickness. So, got a highlighter here. Same principle. Still weird, still hard. Makes your fingers work a little bit harder for that increased range of motion. So that's about it for the finger dexterity. Pretty simple. Do both hands, both directions. Otherwise, if you try this out, let me know, and I'll see you next video.